is up, Bomb Squad? Welcome to the Burndown YouTube channel. We're en route to my buddy Jason's shop to check on the Maliboom 2.0 build and see how far along we are. I have some minuscule parts for him, which are some shock mounts that I didn't order from Hammer Concept Designs, so I got those in. I got a little bit of cash for him, and people that do work always like to get paid, so that's a good thing. So we've been digging in couch cushions at this point. I'll be honest with you guys, we are over budget. Time is running out, but that seems to be the name of the game when you want a hot rod and when you want to kind of swing above your weight class and try to go fast and do big things. I mean, that's part of it. With that, I do want to say, I learned something from my buddy Reggie. If you haven't watched the Hot Rod Garage Day video, please go check it out. It's a good time. It'll make you feel good and feel like you're at the track racing with us and have fun. Or with my friends, because I wasn't racing, I was just covering it. But my buddy Reggie came out, and I looked at his car and looked at the smile on that man's face, and I learned something Saturday. And that was that he's doing it right because he's enjoying his car. So a lot of us, including myself, always want to chase bigger, better, and you're trying to chip away and go faster and improve. And I understand that because I kind of get in that mentality and that mindset as well. I'd like to be competitive in the class that I run in Rocky Mountain Race Week, which is still a stretch because you got some heavy hitters and some bangers that go out there. I mean, there really aren't any slouches that go there, in my opinion, because it's a top level event. But Reggie goes to that event as well, and the thing that I learned from Reggie is you look at his car and you look at the build. He says he scraped it and slapped it together, and while I do believe him, and you can see, you know, some of the work put in or whatever, the thing that I enjoy about it is he may have slapped it together and scraped it together, but it doesn't seem like he's obsessing of trying to make it something it's not. And instead of pouring all that money in and having his car sit on the jack stands, he's out using it and enjoying it. It went in the gas tank, and he drove all the way from Arkansas to Southern California to go to an event, and he came out and saw me and had fun and did the Motor Trend event and got to hang out with his buddies. Then they're driving home right now, so Godspeed. I hope you guys have a safe travel. But he's doing it correctly, in my opinion. He's doing it right, because I know a lot of other guys where it's obsessed about how fast your stuff goes. Stuff sits on jack stands a long time. You're always upgrading. I know guys that upgrade without even using their car because something new came out and the build is taking that long because it needs to be perfect or needs to be whatever. And I'm partly saying this kind of to myself, although my plan has always kind of been for my car to be in the 850 range. I thought a flat 10.0 car would be cool, but we put the 850 cage in, you know, hoping that I wouldn't really need it to be competitive in my class. And then everybody's just been getting so fast. I finally have realized that my car will not outrun the cert. I mean, if it was possible, it could, but as far as that, I don't really want to put more bars in the car. I really don't want to go any faster because the thing, we're still chipping away at it. I know the car had more in her, and to be perfectly honest with you, I'd like to enjoy it more. So I think the goal of 2.0 is to chip it down, to get my car to be an 850 car at some point, which it should be capable of, but also to make it more street friendly. Hell, maybe one day I can follow Reggie's footsteps and drive the damn thing out to Florida, visit my friends out there and do sick week or do something, you know, do something rad like that. Because let's be honest, with enough money, you know, you can put a big enough motor, big enough stuff, and anybody can kind of be a hero at the track if your balls are big enough and your wallet's big enough. But Reggie drove Model A like 3,000 miles that I wouldn't have any. I'm not getting in that thing doing that. I know a lot of people say, oh, I would do it. Yeah, my ass you would. So I think it's badass that he did that, him and his buddies, all those cars. There's no luxury, no nothing. So hats off to you, Reggie, and the boys for coming out here and doing that. But it's also inspiring because there's other stuff you can do besides just be the fastest guy on the planet. So get the Boom 2.0 running. I want to put more creature comforts and enjoy it more as a car. Yes, a very fast street car, but I know that my budget and talent have basically run out with the Maliboom 2.0. So whatever this ends up being is what it's going to be, and we'll be okay with that. I have other projects and things I'd like to do. I don't want to mortgage my house to get this car finished, so we will move on to Pacer things and all kinds of other fun stuff. But I would like to get the car back and enjoy it and not stress as much over, you know, what I think it should be versus having a smile on my face and just enjoying the thing for whatever it is, whatever the speed is. It's fun to sit in a car and race. And when you get set back like this, you kind of think back, and those are the things you remember, and that's what keeps you going. But it's been a long road, so let's get in the shop, let's go check this thing out together. I'm excited, and I hope we're getting close to a roller, because I need to find somebody else's couch cushions to go through to collect some change or something. So let's go check it out. All right, we talked to Jason, showed up, so I'll show you all the stuff that he was showing me before we get out of here. Time's limited, I got to talking. So the rear end was bent a little bit, but he straightened it back out. He's got the bar to put through all that stuff. I got some bracing. We just migged all this stuff on to make life easy, because the fitment was kind of crap, and we're getting to the point to where we're getting down to it needs to get done. We're gonna mount this is the anti-roll bar out of the car. So this used to be mounted on the car. We're gonna hang tabs off of here and mount it so it's unsprung, and then we'll just make these links real tall. Whoop. And then I brought the mounts for this, so this is the shock mount now. And then obviously we have all the adjustability for the 4-link now. So that thing is looking spicy. This was the original housing that we put in there. I welded all this up on the channel. My buddy Roy helped me booger all this stuff on, so good job, Roy. This thing held up, and I'm glad it didn't get all bent up, smashed up. So this is actually my bracket setup, and it didn't fit, and he was explaining it to me, so he just pivoted the thing. So this will work on my car, but then I was like, man, I could probably take this and manipulate a little bit, because we just need to see hood clearance wise, but this might end up being the first bracket that I come up with for the electric water pump. We're gonna make the manifolds, and then you can see that we have belt tension. This is the F-body tensioner. This is the original war bracket that Jason made me, and then we just modified it a little bit. So it still technically should work, and then we'll probably do some rounds of testing, and if this thing's good to go, this might be one bracket option. So super stoked on that. And then I'll show you that welding, but I'll lay underneath here real quick. See how well this camera does. So I came over here multiple times, and Jason had put this in. I think I showed you guys, and we have these bars, and then I haven't showed you guys this angle, right? So these guys are on there. Well, he tacked everything in, and I came over and spent a ton of time laying under here welding, and I've never done welding like this on my back, and I was doing the Thigh Master, so you can tell. I'll show you. So this is what Jason's weld looks like, and then this stuff is what mine looked like. So you can tell where I was touching and doing stuff, you know, and then you can tell where Jason was masterfully welding. But he was gracious enough to let me come over here and booger a ton of this stuff on. So I also came back, I did as much as I could, and then he finished everything off. So everything underneath here is all welded in and done. So we'll have to cut that at some point, make it removable. That's the transmission mount. But all of these bars, all this stuff, chassis side, is all welded and done. And somebody told me that these were upside down. So you're right. So we switched them side to side, and then they're supposed to be flipped over and then welded, and then you're supposed to cut the frame out. But we weren't too into that, and then we were going to tie it in everything else. So this kind of worked out a bit better. So this is what we did. But yeah, it's still factory style, triangulated 4-link. And then you guys saw the rear end. Might as well hand him this, because he probably doesn't know this is stuck under here. And then it's just a shock mount, and then that will weld up the rear end. I'll show you guys up front. I laid again, and I did a lot of this, but Jason finished all the hard stuff. And did, again, you can tell where he was versus where I was. But yeah, all the tubing, uniballs. I took all this stuff out to weld it. Then put the spacers in, got all these tabs, all this stuff, and then I laid up underneath here, and we got all this stuff knocked out. So I am super stoked on it. This problem solved. Again, basically the chassis, look at, so he got all this stuff burned in real good. So I didn't attempt like any of this stuff. I was like, that thing's sticking to the car, like that's all you, dude. So I just did the basic stuff here. I did these, you can tell. But it was cool. It was a lot of practice, a lot of good practice laying around. I got all these guys. And then he's gonna make the strut rod here to hold the motor forward and aft. You know, we got the mid plate, front plate. So the thing is coming along nice. The steering was all done. I think I shared that with you guys, but this is the major thing. And preloaded it. He welded this on here so everything didn't pull. And then it's just a matter of getting the rest of this stuff weld it on and then make tabs for that. But it should be a roller here pretty soon. So I'm keeping my fingers crossed. Everything is looking phenomenal. Look at this thing. I haven't been in this thing in a minute, man. We gotta get this thing back out. Got a lot of work to do. I gotta move this seat too so we can reach everything so we're safer. But that is that. I gotta get on the road. Boys had to go racing. So we are getting close. I'll bring you guys back when this thing touches down and she becomes a roller. So hopefully sooner than later. Till next time, you guys know what to do. I'm out.
Rolling through the streets, yeah, I'm the king of the block. Got that dragon dry style, make your whole city rock. Maliboom gangster, with a touch of finesse. I'm burning rubber, raising hell, feel the heat, no stress. Turbo LS, under the hood, I'm moving quick. Nicky tires grip the road, make them stick like a trick. She, sloppy too, we got a hit in 08. In the war performance parts all over the place. The bomb squad's on the scene, you two's going wild.